Dan, thank you very much for coming. Please tell about your experience in the real estate industry and the PropTech ecosystem.
Correct. Thanks to you. I'm very happy to be connected with you. So basically, we have more than 5 years in the PropTech industry, and I would say that more than 15 years in the 3D visualization industry as well, and also on the software as a service business development. Actually, one of our partners, she's an architect, so that's why this idea was born, right? So basically, you know, we have the best cocktail: 3D programming, software as a service, architectural experience, and also in the last 5 years, we have been very involved in the technology in general for real estate.
That's really good to know. And well, talking about an overview of the PropTech ecosystem, the real estate market is seen as a conservative in relation to other sectors. Does this also occur in the countries where your company operates?
Yeah, it's the same. You know, real estate companies are very traditional. I think everyone should focus on their own expertise, right? It's like what keeps big companies away from the development of products and solutions like startups. It's essentially, I think it's hard for real estate developers and for real estate companies in general to create, you know, technologies or software solutions for themselves. Like, why should you do that? And there's a lot of software companies out there, and when you work in a software company, it's really different from the traditional real estate industry. We need to be, you know, constantly aware of what is happening out there. We need to read and keep informed of new technologies. We have people specialized in 3D, for example, in our case, and like real estate developers, they need to spend a lot of time on research and development, and same for us. Like sometimes we use other tech tools that already exist in the market, and we don't want or we don't need to create them. Like we just use them because they already exist.
Yes, perfect. I have another question. You kind of touched it already, but still on the previous questions, how are startups changing this reality, this conservative sector of real estate? So, I mean, today, is it possible not to use technology, in your opinion?
Of course not. And I think real estate industry has been, you know, the PropTech industry has been growing consistently since 2016, I would say. So more and more companies nowadays are involved and are getting involved in the PropTech industry, and real estate companies, they need to use technology. There's no other way. Especially imagine right now where there's the coronavirus everywhere in every country. How are you going to present your projects? How are you going to sell your projects? How are you going to keep your team in like working together for your company? Like you need to use technologies.
Yeah, definitely. One last question about the ecosystem. What's your opinion about PropTech in the sense of what keeps big companies away from the development of products and solutions, just like startups?
Yeah, basically it's what I was saying before. It's like real estate industry or real estate companies, they need to focus on what they know, and they are very traditional companies. So why is it that you're gonna enter into this PropTech world and develop the solutions by yourself? Like you need to invest on research and development. You need to have programmers in your team. You need to have experts on different tasks and fields. So it doesn't make any sense for the same reason that, for example, in our case, as I told you, we use different tech tools in the market just because we don't want to develop those softwares or those tools or those solutions because we prefer to pay a subscription fee and use it because they already exist. So the same for I would say for real estate companies, right?
Yeah, sure. Now I'd like to ask some questions about your company. So why and how your company was created?
Great question. Yeah, this was approximately 5 years ago. We were visiting a Canadian real estate showroom because we wanted to buy a house. That was my partner, and he discovered, that there was outdated ways to present and sell real estate projects in the showrooms. Basically, static images, brochures, mock-ups, price lists, floor plans, like all printed materials, and all this information was kind of decentralized and a little bit expensive to produce and update at the same time. So he thought, how we could kind of combine his expertise on 3D and real estate at the same time, and that's how Hauzd was born.
Very nice. And what exactly does your company do? And what are your products and solutions?
Great. So Hauzd is the ultimate 3D sales solution for real estate. It's a complete interactive 3D app that is used by real estate developers in order to present and sell their projects before are being built. So at the end, Hauzd helps real estate developers to boost their sales process, to engage buyers by offering an amazing user experience, and at the same time centralizing all the marketing materials in one place, and of course keep it up to date. And we also connect with CRMs.
That's really interesting. And when you probably touched some of this, but what are the key points of differentiation of your company?
Well, of course, our solution, like the end product, which is the 3D application, it works on any platform, iOS, Android, Windows, web. So you can have the project everywhere, I would say. You don't depend on showrooms. And also it runs on all devices as well. For sure, big touchscreens are supported. It's 100% interactive, it's full immersive, and our business model, it's like outside our market, we license our technology to architectural visualization companies, the rendering companies, the ones that produce the brochures, the marketing materials, and the videos, and all this stuff. They use our technology to create this kind of interactive presentations in their local markets, and they sell it to the real estate clients. And one of the main benefits for them is that they don't need programmers on their team. They just focus on 3D modeling, and our technology it's on the back, so they can create the applications by themselves and sell it to the real estate clients.
That's very impressive. And about the future, what the solutions and products you are developing and expect to have in future?
Correct. So there are some improvements coming very, very soon. I would say for the actual sales solution that we have. For example, new features like lead generation, being able to send a quote, connecting and integrating with more CRMs. Today we just launched augmented reality, for example, inside our application. But I would say that apart from that, we are working very hard on trying to, actually it's already built, but we are improving, embedding our application inside whatever portal or website, for example, marketplace. So you're gonna go into, I don't know, whatever marketplace in Brazil, imóveis, for example, or eBay or Mercado Libre or one of those, and you will be able to see the whole project, the whole 3D application inside the, like embedded, like as a YouTube video, similar. We are working on that very, very hard, but also we are working on the design phase. Right now, our solution is more for sales, right? To present and sell. Mm-hmm. But we are working on BIM, building information modeling, integration in our software. So this would be a separate product, a different product, focused on architects mainly, and not really for developers, like as it is right now.
Okay. And about could you tell us about a successful case with a client of yours?
Yes. So far, we have more than 100 projects in 15 countries already, from big real estate developers to small architectural visualization studios. For example, there was a project we launched a few months ago in New York. That project was created by a 3D studio from Argentina with our technology. And they released it for a big real estate developer in New York, in Brooklyn. So these people, they are selling all their units with our technology. And actually the app is being used by the broker JLL in China to sell the units. So yeah, JLL is using our technology to sell a New York project in China. So, you know, it's a globalized world. So apart from that, recently, a few months ago also, there was one developer in Panama. They sold 170 units in just 1 week with our technology. Of course, this is not only because of the technology. Of course, Hauzd helps a lot. The nice thing is there wasn't any kind of printed materials, but the project was really good, the pricing, the location, and there was a very proactive team. And the technology helped them to sell all the units in 1 week. It was sold out.
That's impressive. One question that came to my mind, so which countries do you operate today, and where do you plan to take your business in the future, short, medium, and long time?
Which countries you mean? Yeah. Well, our technology is being sold in more than 15 countries nowadays. US, Canada, Israel, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Egypt, Thailand. There's a lot of countries. That's because our business model is to license the tech to companies that already exist in those markets, which is the 3D studios. So they create applications with our technology, and they sell it to the real estate clients over there. Those are the main countries that we are serving right now, but of course, we are pushing more and more Mexico, Brazil, US, and Canada.
Very interesting. And what are you looking for at the moment? Investment, expansion, consolidation, growth? Well,
yeah, correct. So I think right now we are looking for strategic investors for our first seed round, because we have been a bootstrap company, we have been sustaining ourselves, and that investment is going to go more for our growth on sales and marketing mainly. So ideally it would be a strategic investor who could understand the 3D world, or actually the real estate world. And of course, in terms of our growth, we are always looking for new projects and new partners in different countries, especially the ones that I mentioned before. And we are also looking for potential partnerships, with different kind of companies, PropTech companies, Could be, for example, CRMs companies, could be marketplaces, and also, of course, expanding our business with real estate developers as well.
Well, excellent then. You covered most of my questions, well, all of them. And would you think that I forget to ask you or touch some points that you think is important to bring to this conversation?
No, actually, I think we just covered more or less everything. We are very one more thing is that we are very open to to run different kinds of pilots with different companies. To try, for example, on the commercial space, we have been selling some projects, but it would be really interesting for us to run some pilots with big brokers. Just for those brokers who own like a complete building and they want to sell it or they want to rent it, our solution is also perfect for that. So we will be very open to this kind of partnerships as well.
That's amazing. And then if people want to contact you, how should they do?
Yeah, actually, my email is dan@hauzd.com.
I'll put on the description of this video, okay? On
yes.
SmartusPlay.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can reach out to me and we can have a demo call and show you the solution online. So we will be more than happy to help whoever contacts us.
Then I have one last question. You mentioned you already have some cases in Brazil. Can you mention the companies that use your platform?
Yes, actually, sometimes we don't know exactly the names because there's a lot of projects being created by different companies, and we cannot, like, we track, of course, but we lose sometimes or we forget the names. One of those was a few months ago was Cirela Goldstein. It's a big developer in Brazil. The other ones, I think right now there's 3 projects in Brazil. I cannot remember the names of the other ones.
No problem. Cirela is one of the biggest ones in Brazil.
Yeah. Actually, there was. Let me tell you. There was a company. There's a project called Mamanguape, I think Mamanguape or something. There's a project on Santa Catarina as well. Mm-hmm. There are 3-4 projects being created in Brazil.
You are in more than 100 projects in more than 15 countries. So why would it be different? You are being successful in Brazil as well. So that's really good.
Exactly.
Dan, thank you very much. It was a huge pleasure to get you on over this project. That you
sure.
Show the best startups, PropTech startups of the world to our community. That's really good.
Yeah, sure. Thanks to you for your time, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
See you soon. Bye bye, man.
Keep in touch. Bye bye.
Bye.